was here before Royal India Restaurant? ServUs Drugs was here. While taking a trip to St. George, two brothers, Calvin and Byron Ranton, stopped in Cedar City for a bite to eat at Thornton's drugstore. They were accompanied by their mother, Janet, and her sister, Nellie, and Nellie's husband, Jeff Haley. The store was half cafe and half drugstore. The brothers were so impressed with the layout that they wanted to duplicate it in Bountiful. Their Aunt Nellie was a wonderful cook and she could run the cafe. When they returned home, Calvin and Byron approached Dr. Jewel Trowbridge about donating land to build ServUs Drug. In return, they offered Jewel stock in the company. The building was finished in 1949. They also approached Ted Christensen and offered him part interest if he would stock the pharmacy and become their pharmacist. Aunt Nellie teamed with her best friend Alice, Grandma Hamilton, and they became the cooks for the new cafe. They made wonderful homemade pies. Favorites were pecan, banana, and coconut cream, and famous large homemade rolls. Customers soon learned they could not duplicate ServUs Drug's fare in the kitchen, so they would special order rolls and pies for Thanksgiving dinners. Longtime customers met each day to drink coffee and exchange stories, while the teens devoured heaping plates of steaming fries during their school lunch hour. The beloved penny candy counter was where generations of wide-eyed children stood, mesmerized by the seemingly endless array of choices. Fountain drinks included sarsaparilla, lime ricky, iron port, green river, cherry coke, and vanilla coke, and any other concoctions customers could dream up. No lunch hour was complete without handmade malts and shakes. They were made with hard ice cream and old-fashioned metal cup. It was a pharmacist who made the first ice cream soda. It was so popular that people were coming in on Sunday just to have the treat. It wasn't long before the local clergy came to speak out about it, saying the foul sin of sucking soda on a Sunday. But it didn't take too many years before another pharmacist found a way to get around the rules that outlawed what was called the Sunday soda menace. He left out the soda and served the ice cream with syrup on top, and the ice cream sundae was born. Jack and Louis Pickett, who operated the Village Drugstore in North Salt Lake, became involved in ServUs Drug's operation in the 1970s. Louise, the daughter of Dr. Jewel and Dora Trowbridge, started managing the restaurant. Her husband, Jack, and Ted Christensen ran the pharmacy until Ted retired. More than once, Jack went in after hours to fill a prescription for a frantic mom who needed medicine for a sick child. The Picketts became famous for their pies, good meal banquets, and luncheons. From the cafe section, Lois took meals to shut-ins. Many of her customers had regular times they would come in for meals, and when they didn't show up, Lois telephoned them. Some of them had said they didn't think anyone cared, but Lois did care. She loved her community and its people. Then, in August 1996, the Bountiful Lions Club named her an honorary lion for her many years of devoted service. It was said all have shared her humor, pleasant countenance, and giving personality. Lois passed 3 weeks later. Lois's children and grandchildren helped to keep the cafe open for another year before it closed in 1997.